Welcome to your daily reading, folks. I am using the Light Seers Tarot. There we go. Still working with a new monitor, working with a new setup, so bear with me, please. I've laid your cards out in a Celtic cross formation, and your central theme is the Two of Pentacles. This is you needing to balance something. This is you attempting to balance the spiritual aspect of something as well as the physical aspect. I don't see you paying too close attention to the spiritual aspect right now, even though the universe is really trying to pull you in that direction. Temperance is your crossing card. The universe is attempting to bring balance to your situation. You want balance in one thing. The universe wants something else for you, and I understand that that might be difficult for you. Rest assured, the universe will bring balance to something eventually. You can reject it now, but there's also the real risk that you could end up regretting it later on. Please accept the universe's attempts to bring balance back to a situation. This is something that you deserve to have, even if it's difficult. This is in your past position. You have gone through a lot of pain and heartbreak with this particular situation or with this person. And I'll talk more about the person here in just a second. But you're going through this balancing act. On one hand, you're trying to bring balance back to this situation. I wonder if you haven't returned to something that you shouldn't have returned to. Temperance is pointing towards the future. And in the future, you've got the Five of Cups. That's regret. Regretting a particular situation, regretting trying to bring balance to something that ended up blowing up in your face. Temperance is 14, and together with the Two of Pentacles, that's 16, which adds up to, which symbolizes the Tower. An end of an era needs to come down. It needs to be completely destroyed. Something needs to be destroyed, leveled to the ground, allowed to deteriorate even. I think it's better to let it to destroy it instead of just let it deteriorate, because the situation isn't good for you. And I'm acknowledging that this would be tough to bring about a Tower moment and to bring the universe in and say, bring balance to the situation no matter how much it hurts. I feel like this is going to hurt you on an emotional level. Even if you do get away from the situation, I'm wondering if you won't regret not moving away from the situation sooner than you actually did. In your conscious position above the Two of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That's something that's stopped. Progress, exploration of whatever material resources make you comfortable in life, whatever that adventure is, that has stopped in its tracks. And it's waiting for you to pick up the reins again and keep going on your journey. But whatever, as long as you're trying to bring balance back to a situation that you shouldn't have come back to begin with, progress in this area is going to be stopped. There may be something about this situation or this individual who might be encouraging you to spend too much or spends too much, wastes physical resources, wastes material resources, and doesn't invest very easily if they invest in it all. This job might have you spending more of your physical energy than you have to give, or this particular person in your life might be doing exactly what I was describing earlier, asking you to spend too much, not investing, not helping around the house, for instance. There's a variety of circumstances where this person is a drain on your material resources, whether that has to do with your finances or your body. Something is being drained here. It's not just exploration of what new opportunities are available to you as far as material security. It's that someone's draining it from you. In your subconscious position, yes, The subconscious position has the Nine of Wands. You're feeling incredibly defensive about this particular situation. You don't want people to bring it up. You avoid it. You try to change the subject when people do talk about it. It's really discouraging for you, because I wonder if you don't feel like you're in a losing battle. In spite of the fact that you're trying and trying and trying to keep things together, I feel like you're willing to snap at anyone who tries to bring this up, because you feel guilty. You know you shouldn't be back in this situation, but that doesn't mean that you can't change it now, sooner rather than later. In your advice position, you have the Knight of Swords. This is you being asked by the universe to move quickly, to change how it is you think about the situation, to explore new avenues of getting away from the situation. This is, again, there are still going to be some regrets that I suspect that you may have. On the other hand, if you move quickly now, there's the real potential that you could move further. You could end a situation more quickly and then have fewer regrets. I'm not saying that you won't have any, but you can decrease the load if you can get away from the situation, and as quickly as possible too. That is air on air energy, if I didn't already mention that. That moves fast. You're going to have to plan quickly. You're going to have to think on your feet. You're going to have to think in such a way that might feel new to you, especially if you're trying to get away from a situation that you shouldn't have gone back to, okay? Not my words, those are the universe's, okay? That's your outcome. That's the world. It's in reverse. You need to put an end to an era. I feel like earlier you backed away from ending an era. The universe is saying this is a long overdue end of an era that you need to allow to permit into your life. Advice says to move quickly towards this, and that you'll still have some regrets, but not nearly as many as if you had just waited and stuck around and waited for that tower moment for it to be brought on your head, as opposed to you bringing about with your own hands, with your own actions, with your own behavior, with how you think about the situation. In your environment card, you have the Nine of Cups, which is you exuding a persona of someone who's deeply happy. You might be pretty invested in having people believe that you are a happy couple, or that you're a happy family, or something along those lines, or that you're happy in your job, when that couldn't be further from the truth. And I wonder if that isn't part of your Two of Pentacles energy. This is you trying to manage to the world, hey, everything's just fine. You don't need to ask too many questions. I'm going to get really defensive if you do. Please don't investigate too far underneath the surface, because if you do, you're going to dig deep into stuff that I don't want to talk about. This is a painful topic for you. I acknowledge. Going back to the situation was one of the worst things that you could do for yourself and for reaching your highest good. And here's the situation, or the person who's been successfully so far holding you back. It doesn't have to be like this. Let me just emphasize over and over again. It doesn't have to be like this. You can send this person away. You can leave this situation. But I see you as being afraid of this individual or this job. The Emperor is also about careers, about jobs, that sort of thing. There's something that you're deeply afraid about. I do sense the potential for you to want to get away, but at this point I mostly feel like you're afraid of this person or this situation, this job, I suspect. They have a great deal of control over you because they know that you're willing to bend over backwards to please them and to keep up this image of a family, a couple that has everything. You might have an Instagram perfect life on the surface, but deep underneath it's a rotting tomb. You ever know about whitewashed tombs? It's along those same lines. It doesn't have to be this way. You can leave now and you can have fewer regrets later on, but you need to take this step. Okay? You need to take these steps. Nobody can do this for you. The universe can work with you, but you're ultimately the one who needs to make the movement. Okay? Folks, that is your reading. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and that you move towards your best and your highest good. Take care.